Hey guys, welcome back to another video from Quick Freeze's Game Room. Today I'm going to be doing my 2011 pickups for the month of September, and oh man, I got so many games here, it's not even funny, because September just happened to be the month that my birthday was in. So I got all these gift certificates, I got cash from family and friends, and I put those to good use, as you're about to see. So usually I show gameplay for all the games I picked up, but since I got so many here, I'm not going to do that just because it'll be a very long video. So I'm just going to show them off, give a brief description about each one of them, and I hope you guys enjoy. Okay, so first off, I'm going to be showing you a couple of Mega Man handheld games I picked up. First one off is Mega Man 3 for the original Game Boy, and recently I've been playing Mega Man Wily's Revenge for the original Game Boy, and if this one is anything like that one, this is going to be extremely difficult. I can't wait to finally play this one. I also picked up Mega Man 0 for the Game Boy Advance. I'm not a fan of the Mega Man 0 series, but it's still a good series. If you like the character Zero, then I recommend you playing it. I also picked up Mega Man 3 for the Game Boy Advance. Same thing, if you like Zero, try it out. I'm not really a fan of it, but... And the other Game Boy Advance game I picked up is Mega Man Battle Network 6 Cyber Beast Falzer. So this actually completes my entire Mega Man Battle Network series. I'm all done. I don't need any more. And this one right here, I picked this up yesterday, and I just thought this was really cool. I already own these games, but the packaging is just really cool. This is a dual pack of Mega Man Powered Up and Mega Man Maverick Hunter X for the PSP. So this is actually two games in one. If you look, it has both discs in there, and it both has both manuals. So I thought that was kind of neat that they're releasing dual packs for the PSP. So okay, the next pickups I have is, you guys remember the classic NES series for the Game Boy Advance, where they took old NES games and put them on the Game Boy Advance, you know, unchanged, still 8-bit. Well, I got a huge lot of them on eBay, a lot of 9 of them it looks like, so I'm just going to show them off. The first one is Excite Bike, a very cool 8-bit racing game. Next one up is Bomberman, very cool party game, I love it. Then a good classic favorite, Metroid, very awesome classic. Donkey Kong, and this is great. This is actually the only Donkey Kong arcade port I have right now besides the Atari 2600, so I'm really excited to get this one. I got the Legends of Zelda, very cool. My personal arcade favorite game is Pac-Man, love Pac-Man. Okay, and then I got Zelda 2, The Adventures of Link. And another one I got is Ice Climbers. And this one I have a hard time pronouncing the name, so bear with me. It's Xevious. It's spelled Xevious. I can't say the name of this game, but it's this is a good 2D shooter game. You know, something like 1942 or something like that. But yeah, I just can't pronounce the name that very well. Okay, I got 2 more Game Boy Advance games here. I just got these yesterday. I got the Legend of Zelda Minish Cap. I haven't played this one yet, but I heard it's really, really good. And the last one I got is The Legend of Zelda Link to the Past with the Four Swords. Now, I played Link to the Past for the Super Nintendo, and I absolutely love that game. But I haven't played the Four Swords yet. So I'm going to play that really soon. Okay, so finishing up my handhelds, I got a couple of DS and 3DS games. So the first one I picked up, this is Mega Man Star Force Leo. Now, if any of you guys have played the Battle Network games, it's pretty much like that, but instead of a 2D, you're like an over-the-shoulder view for Mega Man. Next one I got up is, speaking of Battle Network, I got Battle Network 5 Double Team. And I said before for Battle Network 6 that actually completed my Battle Network series. I was wrong. This one actually completes my Battle Network series. So what this is, Double Team, there was two versions of Battle Network 5, Team Pearl Man and Team Colonel. And what this does is actually brings them together. So this is actually 2 games in 1. And then a very cool game I picked up, and I've been playing a lot of, this is Kirby's Mass Attack for the DS. If you guys haven't played this game, I highly recommend you guys pick it up. What it is, you control 10 little Kirbys with the stylus. You don't press any buttons at all in this game, but I can't really explain how fun this game is. So if you love Kirby, if you're a huge Kirby fan, definitely pick this up. This is an amazing game. And the last one I picked up, the only 3DS game I picked up, this is Star Fox 64 3D. What I have to say about this game, it's an okay game. I never played the Star Fox 64 game until I actually played this one, because I went back I wanted to see the difference. And from what I can tell, it's not, there's no big difference in the game really that I could tell. The 3D is actually really good in this game. So I would say if you haven't played the Star Fox 64 for the Nintendo 64, you might want to pick this up. Otherwise, just go with the 64 cart. Okay, now that all the handhelds are done, I got 2 NES games, and I picked these up because I wanted them in the gray cartridge, and normally they don't come in gray. But this is the Legend of Zelda and Legend of Zelda 2, The Adventures of Link. Now, I'm trying to collect all the Zelda games, so that's why I picked these up in the gray cartridges. But I'm pretty sure everyone's played these games. Great games. Not so much Zelda 2, but Zelda 1 is simply amazing. Okay, the next ones I picked up, this is 3 Super Nintendo games that I picked up. Very cool RPGs, you know, I can't stress it enough. So, the first one up is Secret of Mana. Now, this is a very cool RPG that was highly recommended to me by RPG Swagman. So, I haven't played this yet, but from what I can tell, it's just like Secrets of Evermore. Next one up, I got Final Fantasy II, which is really Final Fantasy IV in Japan. And the last one I got up is Final Fantasy III, which is really Final Fantasy VI in Japan. And 2 excellent games. You can get the this one, which is 2 or 4. You can actually get this on the DS and the PSP now, but you know, before, this is how it came, is on the Super Nintendo. And Final Fantasy 3 or 6, probably the best Final Fantasy game in the history of Final Fantasy games. It's not my personal favorite. It's actually number 2nd, right below Final Fantasy 7. But excellent games, these 2. Okay, moving on, I got 2 Nintendo 64 games. I don't know why I picked these up. These were just kind of like spontaneous buys, but they were really cheap. So the first one I got up is Wave Race 64. Very cool racing game where you ride on these little jet skis. So, and then the next one up is Rayman 2, The Great Escape. Now, this one, I believe this is the one that's ported to the 3DS, if I'm not mistaken. If I'm wrong, you can correct me below. But what I tried of this game, very cool platformer. I don't really recommend it though, maybe just because I'm not really a Rayman fan, but it's a good game in general. Okay, I picked up a lot of PS2 games, and you're going to find this very familiar. Every single one of these PS2 games is by Capcom. So the first one up is Devil May Cry 3, the special edition. And what I can tell, this is actually the very first game in the Devil May Cry story, and I didn't realize that, so I always thought it went like 1, 2, 3, 4, etc. But no, it actually goes 3, 3, 1, something. Oh, well, it doesn't really matter, but anyway, this is a cool game. It brings in Virgil, which is Dante's brother, and it's just a basic 3D hack and slash beat 'em up game. So, but do I recommend it? Yes, I do. Next one I picked up, very great game that I used to play when it first came out, is Onimusha Warlords. Now, this is a game that it takes the movement of Resident Evil with the hack and slash of Devil May Cry. So if you liked either Devil May Cry or Resident Evil, highly recommend Onimusha. It's set into like feudal Japan, so if you kind of like that era too, I highly recommend it. Sequel to that is Onimusha 2. Again, very cool game. If you like the first one, or Resident Evil, or Devil May Cry, highly recommend it. And the last one to complete that trilogy is Onimusha 3 Dragon Siege. And this one, again, it's the same kind of game as the other two, but this one actually takes place in France. So, yeah, I can't really say anything about it. If you guys, again, if you liked Resident Evil, if you like Devil May Cry, you like feudal Japan, pick up the entire Onimusha trilogy for the PS2. Very great games. Okay, and the next one I picked up, this one is a Mega Man X collection for the PS2. Basically, this is a collection of Mega Man X through Mega Man X6. So, really cool game. If you don't have any of the Mega Man X games at all, very good collection. Definitely pick this up. And it also comes with a 7th game called Mega Man Battle and Chase, which is kind of like a Mario Kart version of Mega Man. And the last one I picked up to go with Mega Man X, this one is Mega Man X7 for the PS2. This is kind of like, for me, this is kind of where the series went downhill. I didn't really like the 3D levels of Mega Man. I didn't like the over-the-shoulder views of Mega Man for the X series. I didn't like the Robot Masters all that much. But is it a good game? I guess that kind of depends if you liked Mega Man X for 7, but for me, it's not a very good game. I don't really recommend 7. I recommend maybe Mega Man X2, X3, and maybe X4. So, and I picked up one Wii game, and this is actually the first Wii game I ever played, and I just never bought it. I borrowed it from a friend of mine. But when I got my Wii, he let me borrow the Legends of Zelda Twilight Princess. Fantastic game. The visuals are awesome. I can't stress this enough. If you guys are a huge Zelda fan, you guys haven't played Twilight Princess yet, pick this up. You can get it really cheap now, brand new for $20 at GameStop or anywhere. So I highly recommend you guys pick up Twilight Princess if you have not. Now, the last game I have, this actually came with a bundle, and it was a huge purchase for me, and I had kind of been wanting to get this bundle for a long time. But the game that came with it, this is Infamous 2 for the PS3. It's still sealed, so I have not played this game yet, but what it is basically you're a kind of like a superhero with electrical powers, and you either get to become good or evil depending on which choices you make out throughout the game. Again, I haven't played it, so I'm not really that knowledgeable about the game yet, because I'm waiting to pick up Infamous 1. And as I said, Infamous 2 did come in a bundle with the PS3. So this is I got the 320 gig PS3. I was going to get the 160 gig, but for $50 more I could get double the hard drive space with a game, so why not? So I am a now proud owner of a PS3 with Infamous 2. And the last thing I picked this up when I went to Game Underground in Framingham, Massachusetts, where Keith Avocari was doing his concert. This is kind of like a Wii, kind of like shoulder bag. I picked this up basically just as a backpack. I wanted something small, something I can carry my 3DS in. Like my wallet, my iPod, stuff like that. And it's just pure basic. It says Wii right down here in the corner. And yeah, it's a cool little backpack, so I figured I'd show this off in this video. Okay, that's it. That's all the pickups for the September 2011. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Like I said, I picked up a lot of games, so I'm gonna have a great time trying to play them all. So you guys, thanks for watching. If you guys liked what you saw, cool. Please subscribe. I would really appreciate it. Otherwise, I am Quick Freeze from Quick Freeze Game Room, and I'm here to bring gamers together, one game at a time.